Today's video blog is about giving up. And I've already given up. I've got 2 exhibits to explain. And I think that if somebody had been videoing me earlier with this, it would have been hilarious. Because that was ridiculous, okay? So what I did was I thought for this whole thing on giving up, I would set up a ladder outside, and I was going to use my phone and set the ladder on it so you can see the car in the background, because that would be perfect and it's a great idea. And just be creative, be yourself. Yeah. So I get the ladder and I set the ladder up so that the car is behind me. This is all going to come full circle. Just give me like 2 or 3 minutes. I set up the ladder, and then I got to figure out how to make the phone stay on there. So I have these, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so smart. And Captain Obvious strikes again. You know, this will hold it right there, and it's going to be great. Then I think about how you can see the houses in the background. And somebody told me that, you know, I need to be more careful with that, because there are people out there in the world that are going to use that to know my locations. Okay, seriously, this is just a blog about my life so that other people don't have to feel like they're alone in whatever they're dealing with. Who cares? But I have a kid, so I have to think about that. It's annoying. So I'm out there, though, and I've moved the ladder 50 million different places, and I've set up the phone, and I've dropped the phone, and I've tripped over the ladder. It was hilarious. I'm like, man, if my neighbors paid attention to anything, they would be cracking up. So I had to give up and just come inside, because it was just getting ridiculous. I mean, I wasn't mad or frustrated it didn't work out. It was a great idea, but yeah, it's not working. So that's what I gave up on today. And what has me thinking about all that is just that in relation to a conversation that I've had with a couple people about spoon theory, they're like, it just sounds like you're giving up. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want you to ever have to understand what it means. So I'm just gonna, okay, they don't get it. They're just not gonna get it. It's okay. That's where you are. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this car situation. Exhibit A. Okay, so I promise, and I get a little emotional about it, and I'm not going to go into the whole big spiel about everything I've learned about this car, because some of it I am all right about it at some point. But for the purpose of discussion on giving up, I'm going to use the car for this. And I do believe that sometimes you do have to give up. Or instead of giving up, I guess we could say, let it go. I had to let it go that I could not do a blog outside today. It just wasn't going to happen. But it was a great idea. So I've put some pictures down below this video so that, you can see what I was trying to do, because it's funny. But in working on this car, I do know how to work on cars. I know how to read a Chilton manual. It's like a puzzle for me, and I'm good with that. I like it. I don't like it so much when it is a have to. And for me, given where I'm at, having a running car is a have to. It's the difference between, how to explain it in short to people that may not understand. And it's not even like I live out in the country. I can get on the bus. You know, it'll only take 2 hours to get to the places I need to go. Or I'll have to not do something because the bus doesn't get me close enough. So I'm not quite sure how to approach it. But let me just say that I promise you that my car would not be sitting out there on a log and a jack and what is it? Like, what's it called? A support jack? It wouldn't be sitting out there. It just, I need my car. There's a couple things that I do that's kind of important, you know? And I need to be able to get to and from immediately, you know? It helps my brain. It provides for my kid. It, you know, I don't have to drive people crazy like, hey, can you give me a ride, man? So, but sometimes you do have to give up. And it doesn't matter how you feel about it. And spoon theory, spoonies, I know you understand. Just because you can't see what is wrong with the person or just because they look a certain way doesn't mean there's not things going on. So, with that car out there, a control arm is a part of your suspension. And you have to have it. And a lot of things have to come off your car to do it. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed to be able, first I took it to a garage and the garage was like, oh, we want a bunch of money from you. And I'm like, no, because I know what you have to do. And then of course when I took a man up there to the shop with me, the price dropped by like $350. Because I'm a girl, and I couldn't possibly know what I'm talking about. I couldn't know the struggles of a man. So, but I was so mad by then, I was like, well, you can do this yourself. And I had a little bit of help for a moment, and I kept pushing. And instead of being patient, and letting myself give in or give up or let go just a little bit, I thought, I'll save some money. I'll go to the junkyard. I can pull that part. It's no big deal. Yeah. Just this week I gave in and I ordered the part online. And I got it for a good price. And it's on its way. Before I was willing to accept that, though, I had to hurt myself. And I didn't hurt myself major, it's just my knee, right? So you take this part right here, and you put your socket that's bigger than this. It goes in that middle bolt in the middle of your tire, right? And that holds a lot of things together, and I don't have the vocabulary to explain all that. Either you know or you don't. But the point is, imagine this attached to the wheel of your car, right? It's on there, and lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, that type of thing. Well, not strong enough. This isn't going to get it. It's just not. I'm in the middle of a junkyard, and I have this bar that's about 4 feet tall, 4 feet long, and it's like hollow on the inside, so I kind of slid it over this, right? And it's so long that I can stand on it. I can stand on it and jump up and down because my arms aren't strong enough to do that. And one of the people that was there helping me is, I don't know, he's under 200 pounds. You know, what's he going to do? There's plenty of this. So I get up on that bar and I'm jumping up and down on it. And I fell in the gravel. Oh, it was stupid. It was just stupid. And it is from stubbornness. And don't give up. You can do it. Well, you know what? Sometimes you can't do it. Sometimes you can't. And it doesn't matter if it's because of your chronic illness or because of your body or because of whatever. Sometimes you need to let it go. You need to give yourself permission to let it go. And move on with your life and find another way to maneuver that situation. Because kind of, I wouldn't say my livelihood, but the comfort of my life and my child's life, you need to be able to just go get in the car. Now, I have another car out there that I'm using, and it's on its last leg too, but, you know, whatever. I had to let it go. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I need to get to physical therapy. So, I don't think that because you get tired that you're giving up. I don't think that, because you just can't do it. And you've tried. And I don't think that giving up is like this horrible thing. I don't think letting it go is like this awful thing. I think that you should give yourself permission to take a nap, to lay down, to go, I'm in too much pain today, and if I do that, I'm going to hurt myself even more. I think people are incredibly guilty for trying to lay something down and say, I can't do this. And I think that it limits us from asking other people. I'm guilty of that. There are some things I will ask for and some things I won't. But there definitely comes a point where you just need to say, okay, I can't do it. And to the people that are like, mind over matter, you can do it, don't give up. Okay, you know I'm cussing you in my mind right now, right? Like, I'm cussing. Cussing. It's alright to give up sometimes. Sometimes that's what you have to do. You don't have to like it, and don't make a life choice out of it. And definitely don't do anything permanent, you know? Like, go eat a bullet because you give up. Stupid. But it's okay to give up sometimes. Just for a little bit. You know, if whatever it is you're dealing with is hurting you more than helping you, then you need to let it go. And that's okay.